guys, welcome to Chef Talk. I'm your host Shanice, and on today's episode of Chef Talk, we have the beautiful chef slash restaurant owner, Sandra. She is the owner of Havana Grill. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to sit down with you, interview you, talk to you, get to know you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so let's get into the questions. The first question is, what was your inspiration behind Havana Grill?
Well, I have to be honest with you. I was just disappointed so often when I went out to eat because I would go to nice places and the food just was not outstanding. It may have been good, it may have been passable, but it wasn't great.
Okay.
Spices were shorted out, you know, they're non-existent.
Okay.
I got a lot of bland food, and I like to eat really spectacular food because I'm a foodie.
Oh yes.
You know, I'm a
that
foodie.
makes two of us.
and so I decided that, well, maybe I should try this. Maybe I should try opening a restaurant.
Okay.
And people told me my whole life that I had missed my calling, so I thought, okay, let's see.
Okay. So more like taking matters into your own hand, and I must say you did a phenomenal job with Havana Grill. The food here is really amazing.
Thank you.
So if you guys if you're ever in San Diego, or if you live in San Diego, and if you have the opportunity, please come and visit Havana Grill. You will not be disappointed.
Thank you very much.
Yes, no problem.
If it's not spectacular, we don't serve it. That's it. That's
our
our motto. That's our motto. It has to be great or we just don't serve it.
Exactly, and you're gonna get great food when you come to Havana Grill.
Thank you very much.
And I say that from the bottom of my heart. I love this place. Okay, so did you ever go to culinary school or?
No, I'm self-taught.
You're self-taught,
yeah,
okay.
This is my third career.
Okay.
And I'm self-taught, but I cooked my whole life. And
Okay.
I basically taught myself all of the important techniques. And my grandparents owned a restaurant in Cuba.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What
so
was the name of it?
It was called La Victoria.
La Victoria.
And so it was, I kind of grew up in the business early on.
Okay.
Until we left Cuba.
Oh.
And I thought, I could do this. I could have a restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, how hard can it be?
Right.
Well, it is, truly. It's very, very difficult.
Okay.
But it's not difficult to produce really, really fine food.
Right. Especially if it comes from the heart.
It absolutely.
Especially if
you
it
have
comes
to
from the
have
heart.
that passion and that love of food, and you have to love pleasing people. And I'm a people pleaser.
Oh, okay.
You know, I love for people to kind of moan and groan and go,
Oh yeah.
That's what I love.
Yes,
I love that.
Listen, every chance I get, I love to bring my friends here and introduce them to Havana Grill and like the food that I love to eat when I come here. And I tell you, they're always like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much for bringing me here." I'm like, "You're welcome."
Thank you.
So like you say, like people pleasing and stuff like that. When my friends and stuff come here, like everybody's always blown away by
Thank
the
you.
food. Yeah.
Well, we have huge parties that come here, huge parties of people, because you can see that they eat here once and they're shocked, and then they want to bring their friends and family.
Yes, that's
and
me.
so they always say, "Oh, we brought our family today. I brought my friends," you know, because they want to share that.
Yes.
They want to share that experience.
Yes, yes. And
So not only do they get authentic Cuban food, but they get this wonderful ambiance and atmosphere, and the Cuban music is always playing in the background, you know.
And speaking of the ambiance, I think the ambiance is really amazing. I love the plants, like the greenery. It just feels like you stepped into a different world.
Yeah,
like the
thank
whole
you.
experience is just really amazing. So.
And wait till you see our new location in Mission Valley.
Yes.
Wait until you see it.
I can't wait.
It's really going to be great.
Okay.
Really going to be. We're going to have a full bar over there and tapas at night and a dessert menu that's to die for. So we're really expanding now into our second location.
I'm so excited for
You'll be there.
Yeah, I will. I will. Okay, so let's talk about the menu. Did you create all of the recipes on the menu yourself?
Well, my son and I got together when we decided to do this. He's my business partner.
Okay.
And when we decided to do this, we sat down and and thought about what would people really like to eat? What would please people the most? Of all the recipes and all the dishes that we know that I've cooked for him his whole life, what did he think people want to eat? And so between the two of us, we came up with a sample menu.
Okay.
Not everything made it to the end, but the ones that we did, I think, have worked very well. We have not changed our menu. We've added a couple of things, but really the menu is the same as it was when we opened in 2016.
Okay.
And we just asked ourselves, what would I want to eat if I went to a restaurant, a Cuban restaurant? What would I want to eat? And Cuban food is basically comfort food.
Yes. Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's comfort. Even if you're not familiar with it, if you just feel like something hearty and warm, chicken fricassé de pollo is wonderful. It's saucy, it's tender, with white rice and sweet plantains. It's so delicious.
My gosh.
Our braised oxtail is out of this world
Okay.
and actually makes people cry sometimes because it reminds them of when their grandfather used to make it or their grandmother used to make it. So we have foods that really, that are a throwback to the past, to Cuba's golden age, before communism. When Cubans had these ingredients. Cubans don't have these ingredients today. They can't cook this food in Cuba today. No. So it's really important for me to maintain that tradition of the food that my grandparents served in their restaurant and that my mother cooked in Cuba.
Okay, so circle back around. So you said like they don't have these ingredients anymore in Cuba. So I'm not sure when's the last time you've been, or?
I was there about 15 years ago was the last time, and it was so sad. I just never went back. It's just too pathetic.
So what do they eat? Like
a lot of carbohydrate, a lot of beans, and a lot of fried foods, and a lot of rice. And they don't get chicken the way they can't just go to a market and buy what they need. It's not like that. Everything's rationed. So beef in particular, beef is outlawed. Beef is illegal.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can't just, if you have a cow on your ranch or your farm, you can't just kill that cow and eat the meat. No, you'd go to prison. So it's a very different situation. So I feel very strongly that it's important to maintain the recipes and the foods that were available before the communists ruined the society and the country. So it's food from Cuba's golden age. After we came up with a bunch of different ideas for what we wanted to serve, it took us months to source all of the products and then test all of the recipes and make sure that we could create them in large enough batches so that we could open a restaurant and I never thought that we would be serving thousands of people a month, but we do. We serve thousands of people a month. And, so it took about 6 months to develop all of the recipes and tweak everything.
Okay.
The Cuban sandwich alone, the Cubano, it's our biggest seller. The Cubano sandwich alone took us 3 months.
3 months.
Just to get everything right. The right bread, the right kind of smoked ham, the right cooking method for the pork shoulder that goes into it, the right mustard, the right pickles, the right cheese, all of that stuff. Took 3 months before we got the Cuban sandwich just right. It's one of those sandwiches that when celebrities are interviewed and they're asked, "What's your favorite sandwich?"
The Cubano sandwich.
They all say it. The Cubano sandwich, the Cuban sandwich. That's it. There's just no better sandwich. I mean, a hamburger is pretty good. A great hamburger can be really satisfying, but a Cubano sandwich is another level, at another level. I think everyone should try the chicken fricassé, the fricassé de pollo.
Okay.
The lechon, of course, is our slow roasted pork. It takes hours. We marinate it. It takes hours and then it just falls apart.
Oh my God.
It just, with the mojo de ajo, which is our original garlic and olive oil and citrus. It's lime juice. It's basically olive oil, garlic, and lime juice with salt.
Okay.
And so that's a dressing that we call mojo, mojo de ajo, and we serve that with on top of the lechon, which is the roasted pork.
Okay.
And that's of the plates, that is the biggest seller, the lechon.
Lechon.
Yeah,
El
the lechon is the biggest seller. For me, if I want chicken, it'll be the fricassé de pollo.
Fricassé.
Fricassé de pollo. Chicken fricassé. It's a fricassé de pollo. It's a large jumbo thigh and leg in a wine caper and tomato sauce with potatoes, with red potatoes. And you serve that with the rice. You know, we eat potatoes and rice together,
Yes.
you know?
Yes. Listen.
Yeah.
A lot of carbs, but the comfort.
Yeah, the
oh my
comfort. It
God.
makes you feel good, doesn't it? Yeah, it makes you feel good.
It's all warm
And then,
inside.
when I feel like a steak, we have an amazing steak, which is an outside skirt steak. It's a prime outside skirt steak called solomillo.
Solomillo.
Solomillo. And it's so tender that it just falls apart. So when I feel like a steak, that's what I order.
Okay.
Simple. So I can just have that by itself with a salad, or I can have it with rice and sweet plantains, and our black beans, our signature black beans are
my
to
gosh.
die for, right?
Yeah, yes.
Right?
The black beans. Oh my gosh, I love your black beans.
That's why we call them signature black beans, Shanice, because they're not throwaway. They are a recipe that stands alone. The black beans, our black beans, have 17 ingredients, and it takes 3.5 hours to make those beans. And here's the other thing, Shanice, I cannot give you that recipe. Don't even bother asking me. I cannot give you that recipe. No way.
No way. All right. Well, you know, I'll try. We'll see what we can do about that. But okay, so what advice would you give to those who are interested, or they want to follow their dreams or become an entrepreneur and just like get out there and open up something of their own?
Well, entrepreneurship isn't for everyone. Some people, it's just like the most natural thing in the world for them, and other people it's not. But if there's something that you have a passion for, that you really love doing, I encourage you to pursue it. Because going through life doing something you don't like is not a nice thing. It's much better to be working at something you do like, so that it doesn't even feel like work. It doesn't feel like work. It shouldn't feel like work. You should look forward to it. You should have fun doing it. And I think with that attitude, you're sure to find success. As long as it's not drudgery. You know, it has to be something that you truly enjoy. Because that is what you're showing to the public. You really love this. You really love this. So whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is for young people that they want to do. Just make sure you love it. Make sure it's not work to you. It's fun, and you'll be successful.